everyone, welcome to Dice and Dynamics. We are a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live play where our shtick is that we do power gaming, role playing, and we take 5th edition, Wizards of the Coast modules and make them better. And if you're thinking whatever you're thinking, yeah, we're doing it better. I'm Fish. I'm the player that's going to be asking, am I sexy in the streamscape in 2 minutes? And I'm going to pass the floor on to Jason, the DM, who has to answer.
Yes, good. Welcome. We are playing Descent into Avernus, a Wizards of the Coast module that is poorly done. Uh, Fight me, Wizards of the Coast. I saw your shareholder meeting. I saw you're trying to monetize this game more. Fuck. Okay,
Wow.
sell me a better product, and then you have your stock price go up or whatever. Last we left our heroes, they had entered into High Hall and met some of the personalities there. Upon being informed by a cleric of Sylvanas that, despite Jeremina's urging, Duke Older Ravengard had taken a item known as the Helm of Torm's Sight to the Grand Cemetery to conduct a ritual. In an attempt to learn or understand how the souls of the individuals tied to Elturel, those who signed their name to the Creed Resolute, could be freed. Uh, Upon making their way through a few obstacles and one shady watch salesman, the party arrived at the Grand Cemetery and very quickly found the site of the ritual. And despite the cleric of Lathander's blessings, um, the Duke was clearly not getting the results he was looking for. His head was bound to the helmet, and it was flashing strange. It was flashing text upon its front, as well as emitting a sickening and frustrating voice. Upon the party following the instructions written on the helmet, and laying their hands upon it, they were met with a flash of great light, and as they blink their eyes open, um, they stand in a cavern, sort of a twisting tunnel system before a more formally looking built structure. Um, and it is clearly the entrance to a place. The walls and area around are very dark, and your perception is somewhat limited in here. You kind of almost feel as though there's a film or a filter laid across your vision that is giving it sort of a sort of fuzzy edges. And as you look at the walls and things like that, they do seem to almost have a bit of like give to them, as though they're poised for motion. Um, and that is where we will pick up.
Um, you know what I gotta ask? Jeremina is going to, I think she kind of looks around and she is first going to look at Marty and see if there's anything significantly different.
All right. You look at Marty and presumably the rest of the party on the peripherals, EV3 notably missing. And the first thing you see is that all of you are warbling images. You are, I wouldn't say holograms. You are physical and corporeal, but there's sort of a shimmer or almost like a float over your being, and you see Marty's face go from um, well kept, almost idyllic, a idyllic reimagining of Marty to Marty, and then to a more um, sort of insidious, frustrated, angry looking Marty. Um, and then it sort of just cycles through these various iterations of Marty, seemingly without her providing any input.
What does the idyllic Marty look like?
That is a question for Sam.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Um,
I'm going
I
to be
think
asking that about everyone, so everyone have an answer.
y- okay, I think idyllic Marty, uh, she is more not healthier is the word I'm looking for, but like her eyes don't have the bags under them. Uh, her beard is full and like luscious in a way that hers just isn't. And her eyes are bright. Just like a smile to her. Her hair is longer and she looks she just has much more confidence to herself. And do you want the non-idyllic version too?
Give me 1 second.
Beep, 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 beep.
So you said she appears more confident and has like a just a contentedness about her.
Yeah, like she seems a lot more comfortable in her own skin kind of vibe.
Yeah, I think Jeremina isn't consciously observing the insidious forms. Um, and I think she's gonna kind of give a weird look at Marty. Um, not disapproving, and I think she's going to kind of turn and inspect Olin. I'm curious as to what his idyllic version looks like.
Define idyllic. It's not. I'm not understanding it.
Like, what's peak Olin?
Peak Olin. And
Like,
this
what
is
does he look like if he
In
was
his
to
mind's
be
eye.
perfect,
Yeah.
or
What does
at his
Olin look like
happiest
in his
point?
mind's eye kind of
What would
vibe?
he look like?
Sorry.
Perfect Olin, happiest Olin. What does Olin being his best self look like?
God. And this is just like his body. This isn't even the clothes. This is just like. I'm trying to understand because this is.
It could be, so it could, yeah, it could be his like physical appearance, if like he has some sort of ailment. Marty spoke to like presentation, like confidence,
Okay.
things like that. If for whatever reason there's a thing like a evil haunting specter that's looming over Olin. This could be a view of him where it's been shed. Things like that.
Got it. Okay. So the ideal Olin, his hair would actually be um more short. Um it's still wavy, but it's a lot shorter than what it is right now. There would be no darkness under his eyes. He would look like he actually got a good night's rest more than just meditating. And I think it would the one thing that would change on his body is the jacket would look like a dress jacket. It's still long, but you can tell the quality of it is not meant for battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's more meant for like something you would take on a leisurely stroll. I think that would be the one change that would consider him the idealistic part of him.
Um, as Jermina's observing Olin, I think Jermina's going to, I think, reach out and try and touch Olin. Does she feel anything? Can she make contact at all?
Yes, she can. But it like as you do, there's sort of a definite and observable lapse between your hand and sort of the the veil, as it were, that's been laid over Olin. Um, there, so there's no physical sensation as you pass through these images that you're looking at, but you do eventually find purchase on Olin himself.
Um, as Jermina's touching him, I think she'll kind of move and grab his elbow and then take both of his hands in hers and look at them. And she is looking to see if his idyllic version has any jewelry.
Um. So yes, the idyllic portion of him, there is a a wedding band on his hand.
She drops his hands.
I
Then,
I also want to say one thing. The non-idyllic version also has one. So when you see the difference of idyllic to non-idyllic, just the hands, they they both still have it, and they both have something connected to the way he is. This is what happens when you put me in Olin's head.
Is one more tarnished than the other?
His yes, the tarnished version is very much matted, and there's a bunch of cut lines. Like I want to say this the right way. Like it looks like it's been through some shit. Like you can see like grind marks of like blades or something. Like it's been through some shit. He has it. It wasn't just their show.
um, and I think Jermina's eyes kind of glaze over Siobhan, and she'll look at like a spot near Siobhan, and she'll say, "Hey, Siobhan, baby, can you hear me?"
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm not too sure if it's just, when you get older, sometimes things. We've all been in a space. Can I look at you, baby? I don't want to observe you if you don't want to be observed.
Siobhan's gonna look. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think that would be much of a problem. I didn't expect to get asked this question by you. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay, but
Yes, you can look at me.
Okay.
So, Siobhan's idyllic version, since getting here, Siobhan just seems to have this like crease of anger, irritability that's always on her person. And her idyllic version doesn't have that. Her shoulders don't look like a horizontal line. They're more relaxed. Her jaw is relaxed. And her hair is longer. Like currently she has it, classic military shoulder length pulled up into a bun. But it's longer, it's braided back, and it's got like little flowers braided into it. Specifically peonies are braided into it.
And what does Jeremina look like?
Yes, and what does Jeremina look like?
Excited. Jason, can I do something?
Nope, get that bitch out of there, Mark.
Oh, I am.
What
What?
happened?
What?
Bye.
Oh, was someone being a bot?
Yeah.
I he offering to do? He offering to guy?
I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna do something kind of experimental, kind of weird.
There we go.
Um, I think the so are the two okay, is it like three variations? Is it like idyllic, insidious, then like normal?
Yep.
Or is it okay.
Yep. Yeah. You still have your baseline there that flashes sometimes, but it's all of them just kind of coming at. There's no specific order, but you're all just kind of like popping in between all of them.
So I think Jeremia's baseline is there with her cropped hair, the shorn horns, her being like that. And then I think her idyllic version is actually a um I think it's pretty clearly Jeremina. I think Jeremina has a very distinct kind of square face, the dimples. But I think she's a drow.
Ooh.
Her idyllic version has like the big uh textured white curls. I think there's like a gloss to the hair that her baseline hair just didn't have, and I think it's got like a lot more volume and looks significantly better handled. um because her baseline hair is waves, but this is like curls, like corkscrew curls. And there's this obvious health to her, and I don't think she has makeup on. I think she looks very plain, and I think she's also like several inches taller. Um, and I think in this idyllic version, she's wearing very simple, like a tunic and then like a skirt, no big hoopla.
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
Word.
So, as Jeremy is just like looking at everyone, uh, like Marty is just sort of like eyes wide, agog, staring at Jeremina. Like I don't think she's even like realized like anyone else has been changing quite yet. She's just like, wow. Uh, Jeremina,
No, that is interesting.
Is that what that
you
is?
look interesting.
What? Why are we all looking at me?
Look
I'm
down
not
at your
gonna
hands.
like the spotlight. I'm not gonna look down at my hands. What if
You
I'm fucked up? What if I got like six of them?
you keep
You do.
changing into like a drow.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Sure.
like full on a drow. Like whole 9 yards. It's
Do I
not
have
often.
Do I have my equipment?
Yes.
Oh
Oh my
God.
god!
That's weird.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, my mama was a drow, so that I mean that makes
Ah,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, I
weird. I
guess.
didn't realize how much I looked like her. I don't like it.
I also find it interesting that when you look like a drow, you're about she like holds her she like holds her hand here and then holds her hand here. Like that much difference in height.
I'm taller.
Yeah, you're taller.
Oh my God, I'm taller.
you're still
Like
tall to me.
you're like 5'6".
You're so tall to. Don't worry, Jeremy. You're so tall to me in either way.
I didn't know Jeremina was shorter than Olin. I, for some reason, thought she was like way above him.
No, she's like 5'3".
Shit!
She's the tallest she gets in heels is 5'6".
Now that makes sense why Olin looks like an oversized person in that meme. Okay, I get it. We're good.
Yeah.
Well, um, All right, so we shape shifting. By the way, you guys, every bidder here look terrible. So if I don't look at you, that's why I do not want the image, the vision of y'all looking bad. So if I'm not looking at you, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
because
Olin's bad is bad, by the way.
I am
Same.
not.
Yeah,
And I'm. You
Not
guys look
that bad, all things considered.
terrible. Marty,
I
you
still
tell.
feel the same. Am I supposed to feel
I
different?
well, I'm assuming that I don't have anything. I don't look like anything else than me. Either way, I don't think. I'm not changing into a Jaru, at least.
Should I feel targeted by that? I'm feeling targeted.
No, I mean, like, I'm not changing, like, my culture or heritage. I'm just continuing to be human. I'm assuming. I can't see myself.
So,
But will humans have? I mean, humans can be culturally
I'm not, like,
trapped.
changing into an elf or a dragonborn, am I?
No. Do you want to? I'm not.
No.
I'm confused.
Can I ask
Never mind.
can I ask a question? Where are we?
You know, that is a great question. Um. Well, we're in some caverns.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure that is the our tunnels, Marty. Where are we? Are we in caverns or tunnels? What makes the tunnels
Oh
caverns?
God.
But like, where are we? Are we in like a okay? We are for sure in a subterranean system.
yeah. Listen, I haven't been to. I only went to like Gontalgram like twice, and that was a long time ago. So I can tell you.
Okay, well, I feel like this is like geology. Like, well, I never went to school, so I sure don't know the. Siobhan, are we in caverns or tunnels?
Depends on how big is the space around them.
Also, do we
Uh,
have a for this?
yes, we are in Foundry.
Oh shit, fuck.
I am in Foundry.
We do not
I
have a
am
map.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
There
I'll
it is.
refresh.
It is map time. He just changed it now.
Oh,
So you are all standing in a dugout. You can tell around you. It's a little more natural, but it has been worked by human hands. And then there's sort of a precipice, and just beyond the precipice are those sort of warbling walls that I spoke of that look man-made or made with intelligence, and just sort of have a strange.
So, what makes a cavern is really the
Thank
size
you,
of it, right?
Poseidon. I appreciate
So,
you, brother.
because this is very tight, very
Appreciate
streamlined,
you.
one way in, one way out sort of deal, we're in a tunnel.
that makes perfect sense. Okay. So we're in tunnels, Olin. We're in tunnels. Or are you
Oh, that
asking
helps a lot.
the more like what space in the world are we occupying right now?
I'd assume that we're somewhere more conceptual since we touched the helmet.
And it's exactly the words I was going to use esoteric, but conceptual is
Esoteric's
perfect.
also good.
Can I ask a question real quick? Can
Yes.
everybody see the map, like the whole thing, or no?
I can see.
It's just like an
a
entrance
little
portion.
bit in the
Okay.
corner.
Good
We're
thing.
testing my
Okay,
character.
so I am not going to. Olin cannot be involved in choosing directions because when I was on here, Jason revealed the map to me so I can see the entire map. So
Okay.
I'm putting it on the screen. This is really cool, but Olin will not be. Olin will. I'm gonna try to keep away from
Yeah.
making decisions for the group and just follow with whatever
Okay.
someone tells me to do.
Thank you.
I'd also shut off the stream as soon as I read.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it set so I don't see the screen because it annoys me.
Yep, same. Yeah, no. That was my worry, but also I had to troubleshoot earlier. So,
Thankfully, it was
Florida.
just me, so we're good.
yeah.
Should we have our tokens on there, or are we just going with Tessie McTestface?
Everybody should have the ability to move and manipulate Testy McTestface.
No, it's mine.
Yes.
No, it's mine.
Okay, okay. Within reason, children.
Excuse you.
I had to instantly do it. I had to be that guy.
All right. So,
There we go.
as you step up to that precipice after feeling wildly tugged in many different directions, you enter a finished space, and the finished space itself does have those warbling walls, sort of bending and buckling, while also seeming as though they're staying still. And there's also, as you enter, a faint whisper that just begins to exist in the background, just sort of a.
Hey, can I ask y'all a scary question?
Ooga booga. I mean, yes.
But okay, but so the what are the walls
Warbling?
Wiggling.
wobbling?
Warbling.
Shaking? Yes.
Okay. Okay, follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that new to you guys?
Is it
The
not new
walls
for
or the
you?
whispering?
The whispering I only hear when I talk to Eula. But that's
Okay, so the
Eula.
whispering is also new to you guys?
This one,
Yeah.
yes.
Within the context of the space, yes, everything is new.
Okay, we gotta get back out of hell real quick because I gotta visit some doctors.
Okay.
Okay, so what direction are we going? I'm gonna change the topic real quick. I'm getting uncomfortable, and I don't want y'all knowing that about me. So what direction are we going? Olin, I'm sorry.
Olin loudly typing.
No, that's not me. That's Jason.
Oh, that was me. That was me. Sorry.
No, I think Fisher was gonna ask Olin to choose a direction. Which way should we go?
Well, I suppose if we walk in a little bit, we'll be able to see which direction's where.
Yeah. Oh well,
It
that's
appears there's only one direction to go.
All right, and as you all step up and sort of make your way into the room, the whispering continuing in the background, as you all presumably start becoming a little bit ear deaf to it, as it is consistent, pervasive, and annoying. You see a light coming from the left side. It is a white blue light that just sort of shines in sort of this area. The one direction you have to go in this space.
All right, let's get going.
All right.
Olin's gonna take up the rear.
Just walking through the wobbles.
Should we be checking for traps?
I do feel like that would be what is it?
Let me 1 second. And I'm going to dig through my pack and pull out a like a collapsible walking stick. Pull it out and
Is the walking
Bringing
stick,
back the old Eric move.
is the walking stick 10 feet long? Just
it sure is.
thought it might be.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Bringing back the Eric.
I also use a walking
Turn on.
stick for like gnolls, giants, like taller people.
Sure, sure.
So that's why it's 10 feet tall. I mean,
Got it.
Mhm.
So Jeremina takes out the sight as
Conveniently
the
sized.
the blind Knoll sight assistance device that she took from it.
From a poor blind knoll.
now, I also want to be so clear. We did have a discussion about whether or not Jeremina could get it. She
Yeah.
asked, so is this ethical? I mean, am I stealing this?
Oh, she
So
did. I forgot about that.
Yes.
manipulating it. I mean, she's hitting the walls. Search.
Okay. What you notice about the sound of the walls is that they echo oddly. When there's sort of a little click tick sound that the pole generates. It is it sort of has extra echoes for the size of the space. You'll run it against the corner and it'll go as opposed to just sort of a tick and then end. There's just a repeated like tick 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 tick. It almost feels as though there's multiple instances of the sound. And you do not detect or trip any traps with your 10-foot pole.
Damn feedback loop. Someone put on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're echoing, you're echoing.
Jeremina will
Reply all.
operating the thing, keep moving the group forward.
Mhm.
Okay. I will go ahead and drag you guys. Yes. So you come into this space. Here there are breakouts of various tunnels, chasms, built areas of this particular space. The warbling walls continue as you stand amidst it. But standing before you is something irregular, something not quite like the walls, not quite like the sound reverberations. It is a tiny little ball of white light. And off of that little ball of white light, it is enveloped in a sphere of blue light that is sort of casting off this large envelope of light that, as you all step into it, you all take on your um your more perfect visage that you all described at the beginning of this. Um and you stop changing between. It is a clear definition that when you step into this blue light or someone passes into this blue light, you become that more perfect visage.
Oh damn.
And then, and to be clear, your personality doesn't change. It's just the way you look.
Mhm.
Um, y'all have the floor.
Oh shit! One sec. Oh fuck! Where's the yeah.
Interesting.
What happened to my fucking nails? Look at how short these are. It's got no fucking acrylics or anything. Ugh.
And you're not wearing any makeup, unlike
I'm not,
before.
right. What is up with this hair?
It looks very nice, actually.
Do I have curls?
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah.
could probably get your curls that way too if you, did something like did a protein mask, but overall, I think, like, I don't know, it's just another Jeremina.
Jesus.
I feel like it would have curled that way once when Silkez did Jermina's hair, and then she was just like, "What the? Silkez, what drow magic did you do on my hair?"
It's like a protein mask. Do it again.
Evelyn?
Um, Olin is very much focused on the wedding band, and very
Uh-huh.
confused
We all
about
saw that.
the jacket because it is not like a leather jacket. It's like wool.
Why are you liking a little bolero? What the hell are you in?
I,
You
I,
look
Very domestic,
I
as you
don't-
are right now.
yeah,
I
domestic
don't
is
know.
the
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
what is with,
What?
you know.
I didn't
as
realize that you knew somebody that you were going to be married to.
as Jeremina says, you know, the white light, as you have all entered the blue light space, sort of thrums, and it opens up slightly,
Oh
cracking,
God.
cracking like an egg,
Fuck.
and
Me too.
inside there's a materialized image
I
that
say,
you're
is it
all
a
able.
fucking jellyfish? Fuck you.
That you all are able to see, and as the light sort of pours out of this central area, and your eyes are able to adjust to the imagery that it is displaying to you, um, you see a immensely idyllic sight. It is a plain of green grass, of long, sort of flowing um, reeds, wind blowing them, and there alone walks a single figure, a tall woman who appears angelic in nature, and she's got her hands clasped behind her back, and appears to be walking unaided, despite the blindfold um, tied over her eyes. Um, she spends some time um, walking the fields, and spends some time um, at a pool, sort of just manipulating the water, um, cleaning her hands, and she seems happy, um, peaceful. And then that white light sort of closes back in on itself.
It's probably a no, but did Olin recognize her?
No, he did not.
Did Jeremina?
Make a religion check.
Interesting.
I have a more targeted question.
Sure.
Which is the blindfold an iconography that Jeremina recognizes? But here we go.
That
Religion.
that is deeply tied into the religion
Yeah,
check that
that's
I'm having you
not what
make.
I thought.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Nice.
What do I-
19.
Pretty solid.
Ooh, two 19s in a row. That I was like, what are you guys talking about? But it was two d20 plus zeros in a row. Actually, you probably can't see on my side what the initial. It's not important. Okay, so Jeremina, um, yes, um, you would know that it's g- given your presence in the Hells, and given the context clues here, you would likely know this individual to be Zariel, who, before her fall, wore a blindfold, or at least in the retellings of stories that you have heard, wore a blindfold um, prior uh, to her fall. So this is likely Zariel.
Oh fuck! I know her. Oh my god. Yep, that's Ariel. DM follow up question.
Yes.
You know, I have to ask it. I've got a reputation on a scale of 1 to 10.
There it is. How hot?
Um. Well, I would say that, I mean,
Is it subjective? Like,
no, she like literally we're dealing with like people that are otherworldly attractive simply based on their existence as otherworldly figures. So she has to be a 10. Because like that's just how this portion of the multiverse works. and see.
Mina's mom has got it going on.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
What are you thinking?
Siobhan, how
Hmm?
I knew your predecessor very well, and he wasn't very keen on doing stupid, impulsive things. I'm gonna reach out and make a real connection with you. How likely are you to touch the orb?
Given where we are, not very.
Okay,
How much gold do you have?
on me right now, I've got. Why do you ask? I think I got about 6.
Nah, it'd have to be 10.
It'd have to be 10. Well, I
Have to
can
be
get
10.
you gold when we go back to the mortal plane.
There's no guarantee I'm gonna make it back to the mortal plane.
There's a guarantee you'll make it back to the mortal plane. I mean, we're going back to the mortal plane in like 3 hours.
Okay. Um
I'm not even
I don't personally believe that, but
just touch the orb.
you touch it.
Fine. I'll touch it.
Okay. You reach your hand out and touch it. Your hand doesn't really touch it so much as goes through it. But as you do so, you hear a quick voice in the back of your head. A voice that is unlike the one you heard behind the helmet prior to entering this space. Um, it is more light, more it's less insidious, and it says, "There's more." As your hand passes through the orb.
Oh, shit. Oh, it said there's
See?
more? Do you think we have to find more orbs?
I'd assume so. I don't
Okay.
think this would be the only orb in an entire maze unless, Baphomet might like playing dirty tricks.
Right. Well, the voice I heard was real nice. Uh, I think Jermina's going to kind of step around and try and get a better view of the area.
Sure thing. You guys are feel free. I don't know if you guys want to denote somebody to be the person who moves it. Imagine the single token as the party. Um, and I can always slap the space bar to stop you guys if the need arises. So
Hmm. Um, is there any we saw the source of light. Is there any visible like blue lights somewhere else?
Based on where you guys are at right now, you would see another area of blue light emanating from the area down sort of to the bottom of the screen. I think that actually, technically speaking, is behind a wall, but I will say that given the wall's warbling effects, you'll be able to see the light beyond it.
It like flashes through the wall every
Yep,
couple seconds.
yep, wall hacks,
No clips.
no clips.
That's what
and
Alun's doing
another
right now.
orb. Let's
There's one
get on.
down there.
Yeah, let's get on down to it.
All right. To reach this one, you guys do have to go all the way around. Do you just want me to drag you?
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. And actually, I'll clear this hallway for you guys too. So you guys make your way around this and find another white blue light orb at the end of this sort of hallway. And as you approach and all stand within the light of the blue light, the white light orb cracks open and shows a scene to you. In this scene, you see Zariel, much as you had seen her in the first scene, on the ground, clamoring. Hold on. Okay. Um, clamoring up from a defeat. She is sans one hand. It has been removed via some means. And she falls to a knee. And upon falling to a knee, there is a split second. And as a split second elapses, her blindfold falls off of her eyes, and you see the bright colors that you had seen in the earlier scene drain from her. And as this happens, a sort of hellish, infernal hand materializes where her lost hand was, and she swings it down to the ground and grabs onto a piece of material there on the ground and pulls upward. And with it comes a massive maul, a large hammer like weapon that falls down into her hands. And as it does, sort of that snap motion, you see a wreath of fire envelop around her head. And as she does, she motions out, and you see a large mammoth being rode by a rider that she calls to and beckons towards her. And and as she does that, and the mammoth begins coming towards her, your vision sort of fades and centers around a celestial, a lesser celestial, medium sized, someone that could, in the right circumstances, in the along the Sword Coast, be mistaken for an Asimov. Um, looking at Zariel's hand, the hand that had been severed, and you see them sort of tentatively reach down and pull the hand away from what it is gripping. And what it is gripping is a sword. And it takes that sword, pins it to itself, and begins running. And then you all come back to the warbling mess of walls that is the place you find yourself.
Did we change
So
looks?
it left the hand. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, did we change looks on this one? Or are we still same?
As you all stepped up, you are all normal.
Okay.
So this lesser celestial, like, took Zariel's hand off the sword and then took the sword.
Yep, stripped the hand off, but took the sword.
What the fuck, is there a mammoth in hell? What did we all
Yeah,
see
this seems
that?
like doesn't seem like a place where you would typically see one now.
Right. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Maybe I should have paid attention more. Okay.
I didn't
I guess if we
expect
come
the
across
mammoth
a
either.
mammoth, well, you know,
So Zara, you got our hand cut off?
I mean, that's what it looked like.
It seems that way, yeah.
And then she switched to a mal?
A mall? Yeah.
Mal? Yeah, that's what
Mo.
I said. Mal?
Mo.
Mal? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll zoom in on that.
Love you. What? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Are we seeing the fall as? Then why was the lesser celestial?
Why was the sword taken?
Right? What was the? Why didn't she just pick up her sword with her other hand?
Uh, not that I'm policing a RP moment, but you all got the sense that the hand and sword was a very far distance away from where she was.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so that's clear.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Why didn't? But the question would still remain. Why didn't she go back for it?
Rat. Was she
Well,
trapped?
it looked like she kind of had some stuff happen, to be fair.
She did look like she was got beat pretty bad in a fight, so maybe she was not willing to go back because she didn't want to run into that person
She popped her ult.
again.
She had to
Risk it
respawn.
all.
Get in there.
Hmm. So, do we want to go forward, or do we want to double back and see what else we find?
Let's keep going forward and just see where it takes us.
All right, fair enough. Whoop.
I think just keep going until Jason
Yep.
stops us.
Yeah. No. If anything of import happens, I'll stop you guys. Feel free. Unless I say otherwise.
Straight up or okay.
Yep, we're going straight up.
Yeah, you guys are in a warbling mess of a maze,
Oh,
and you
nope.
know it. And you also kind of feel as though this type of thing could make someone go mad.
What?
And you see that blue-white light once again as you round that corner.
Do we look normal, idyllic, insidious?
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna open my document. I get it. You all stepped into the blue light. Yes.
You're the one who gave us 3 different alternate endings.
I know. I did that, and I was like, wow, what a great storytelling element. You're great, Jason. GG.
And you were right.
So, you once again step into that more angelic, more on sort of as you wish you were, perhaps, or how maybe you wish the world thought you were view of yourself. And as you see that white light crack open and serve you the vision contained inside, the first thing that strikes you is actually auditory. It overrides that whisper that has sort of been running the in the background, and perhaps it's the fact that the whisper disappears that really strikes you as so startling. There's a chorus of screams, and as you look into sort of the light and see what is being seen, you see regular everyday people, those types of regular everyday people that you would see along the Sword Coast, screaming, running, trying their best to herd their cattle, their sheep, pigs, away from some sort of violence. Um, and as the vision sort of snakes through that cacophony of just insanity, there is a strange sight, and that strange sight is a you know what, I'm going to say, um is there anyone proficient in nature or proficient in mm,
Survival?
I'll say Arcana.
I am.
Okay. You all may, as collectively as a group, make 2 rolls, whether it be at advantage or, um, you know, 2 individual rolls. It's up to you.
Advantage for Marty.
Marty, go.
Okay.
All right then. 24.
God damn.
Okay, Marty. So you've seen this in a book, but like the book didn't describe it like this at all. So there are Yuan-Ti who have serpent features. And then there are gnolls who have hyena-like features. And then there are creatures that have multiple limbs. And what is strange about what you are seeing is the fact that this is all of it. That this creature has a snake-like bottom, a gnoll or hyena-like upper torso, and it has 6 arms, and it is rampaging through this town. You could probably fairly assume that this is abyssal in nature. It's a demon. So it is distinct from the conniving and watch selling devils that you've encountered here in Avernus. This is just a creature that is designed or was bred to just kill and rend. It is not great.
Oh shit.
Marty takes a step back from the orb and looks very disturbed by this. What? Why is there... I don't even know what that... Some sort of demon. This doesn't... Gee, just don't step on that. I know you want to be my friend, but don't step on the thing. But
Sorry.
Why do I feel like you were talking to the demon in that moment?
I know you want to
Yeah,
be my friend.
Sorry, I'll step back. I'm so sorry. I'll step back. Apologies.
but it's some sort of demon, I think.
Why did it have 6 limbs and then like a furry little doggy part? But it was
Well,
like snaky.
it's some sort of hybrid between like a Yuan-Ti and a Gnoll and something. I don't know. It's just
Where could it come from?
the abyss.
The abyss.
Does anything happen in the vision or?
Yes. As you're describing this, the sort of view of the vision, the whatever it is that is conceptualizing these things, wants you to see pans downwards, and it settles on a group of normal sword coastian looking individuals who are engaged in prayer, and they have joined hands. By their iconography, you can tell that they are worshippers of Lathander. They have their hands bound tightly together and are praying for assistance. And they are led by a cleric of Lathander, and their numbers are quite large. There is probably 30 to 40 people here praying in concert with their hands bound together. And after a certain point, there is a crack in the sky. And in that crack in the sky, a heavenly figure drops down, and boom, hero's landing, extends a sword which ignites in radiant flame. and you all would be able to recognize this figure as the figure you saw in the first vision, wearing a blindfold across its eyes and ready to do violence on behalf of these people praying. And as that happens, the white light closes back up.
Oh wow.
Was that Zariel? Can we safely assume?
No, it was the celestial that took it, I think.
You would all. Jeremy was able to recognize this figure in
The first orb.
first. So yes, it is Zariel.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, no, that's
You
not
can
right.
fairly assume that these things are not in order.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was gonna say this seems like the first orb might be the first orb,
Um,
but
you said,
orb 2 and orb 3 are switched.
you said that we have our equipment.
Yes.
Jermina's going to take off her snake whip and then tuck it in her pack. Um, and kind of was fucked up. Where? So the abyss isn't great.
No.
No,
No.
No, it's
On a
like
scale of
Not even a
zero-
little bit.
on a scale of 0 to 10.
As
so
like 10
if
being good and 0 being bad?
Yes,
Negative. Negative.
50.
Negative.
Negative, just negative.
Negative.
Okay.
like so the abyss is okay, so you know how we have been running into devils here that have been trying to sell stuff, right?
Yes.
And
'Cause
like
I
get
know.
us to make deals.
Yeah.
Imagine that instead of trying to make deals to take our souls, they just took our souls.
Violently.
And they also just look like that.
Maybe? Like they're not pretty to look at.
Okay. She looked so fucking cool. She got see. She flipped out her sword and she was like, and then it was like, reach heaven through violence.
That was pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Cool. I swear to God, one day I'm gonna fucking do. Oh, it was so cool. I know that people died, and that's horrible. But that was sick.
Alright.
And the heavens tore open, and she was like,
And she just landed.
and she just fucking landed. One time I saw Cobalt land here, and
What?
he
Ugh,
touched down.
I'm so jealous.
Wait, is it true what they say that you hear whistling in the distance and then he's
Yeah.
just there?
No, so
I hate all this shit.
oh my God. When we get out of here, I will tell you the story. And it was so
Please. Oh my gosh, I need to hear this.
murder in person.
I mean, technically, Jeremina was in Luskin when we were fighting the red and white dragon. So
Anyways,
You did parade around with that fucking scale for a while.
all right.
All right. Also, as you're talking about Cobalt Landir and the state of things, you hear the maze state. He's got the cake, doesn't he?
Cake's a lie, bro.
no, the maze is talking about Cobalt's ass.
Which is Baphomet. Baphomet is talking about Cobalt.
All right, thanks for coming by on the stream. Love you guys.
Jeremina will stare at the group, and I think she's like 8 shades pale. And she'll go, did y'all fucking hear that?
Yeah.
Did Baphomet just say that
He's got the
Cobalt
cake.
Landir has cake?
1 second. Jeremia's gonna reach into her pack,
I hate
pull
you all
out
so much.
an official. I'm so sorry. An official, nice stationery, and she's gonna give me 1 second. Dear Cobalt.
Thought you were about to know.
Baphomet thinks you got cake. Okay, remind me to send this when we get back.
Kira, if she gets
When
that
I-
letter, will not let him live that down.
Good.
Even if she thinks it's fake, she will just be like, "God said you got a nice ass called
Good.
Oh my God.
Good.
Oh wait, and you know how you probably heard about this
Hmm.
from fucking oh no, what's his fucking name? The one that we fought in the library.
Orcus.
Or he probably heard it from Orcus.
Hey, do I got cake?
No reply.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Jeremy. That's got to hurt.
Anyways,
As you all step further on, um, in the space where you're at right now, you're able to see some of that blue light peeking around the obstructions around you. You probably see the white orb if you lean around some of the walls there.
I want to know what this, because this is like a blue section. Does that mean anything that this section is all blue compared to the rest of the map that we've been
No,
through?
but that is why I picked blue light as my indicator. So no, but yeah.
Let's go check out that little orb.
Right. As you all enter into this, the first thing you all notice is that you all um, step into the blue light and become more insidious versions of yourself than you once were in the slip space between these orbs. And
After the vision, I'll be asking, because I mean, Jeremina can't really look away from that.
got it.
Yeah, you just kind of stare at each other.
Yep. I'm just gonna move you guys over here so I can see the number. Right. Okay. So you open on what is essentially a like we collectively would know as a drone view of a city. And over that city is a glowing orb. And that glowing orb sits there. And as you all watch, lightning begins to erupt from it, pocking the city below, and it tremors, tensions. You see a blackness sort of rise from it and overtake it. And as it does so, there's sort of just a winding that it does. And once it's completed one rotation of that wind, the city blinks out of existence. For those with proficiency in history, you would be able to fairly tell that this is the city of El Terrell. And
Would Siobhan know this very intimately, having
oh
been in the
yes,
city when it happened?
oh yes, yeah, no, you're doing the like I live in New York City and I just watched 9/11 on TV, like that's where you're at.
Yeah, that's it.
Jeremina kind of looks at Siobhan and then says,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened. Yeah.
like with the lightning and shit too,
Yep.
and the wine den.
Yep.
That was El Terrell.
That was Elturel. That was the Jesus Christ. What's the name of the bitch? the what is its name? God,
The companion.
the companion. That one.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the companion.
Is that the vision?
Yep, that's it. We're closed out.
Um,
Clock's back together.
so what's everyone's insidious form look like? I want to hear some takes. Like, come on.
All right. I was thinking about this. That was the first one I thought of before Siobhan's idyllic form. Her hair in this case is like it's pulled back in that same bun, except it's disheveled. She's got instead of just the one scar that like goes across her nose and maybe the nick in her eyebrow, her face is like there's a burn scar going down the right side of her jaw. Um, she's got like a it's not quite I wouldn't call it like it's like 1,000 yard stare, but with like deep set rage behind her eyes matching it. And she is in her like Hellrider uniform, but it looks fucked up.
Alright. Up next, whoever wants to go next.
You want to go, Sam, or you want me to?
I'll go.
Okay.
So Marty, in her case, not much has changed about her, all things considered. It's much more subtle than that. She mainly looks like she just hasn't been taking care of herself. She looks pallid, like she's just been inside for weeks, with dark circles under her eyes. Her hair has been not cut short, but has definitely like thinned a little bit. She's missing some voluminous. And there's a slight way of her looking around that gives she just has a expression set on her of not of ire of ire.
Resignation.
No, of ire.
Mm.
Just like not quite anger, but frustration at the world almost.
Alright, Olin?
Olin, with the same wedding band, except it looks slightly bent, slightly dented. There's a bunch of scratches in it, and his hands are covered in blood. He has a torn button shirt, like it's torn like in the middle. You can see a bunch of scratches on it. You can see the claw and scratch marks on his body, blade marks, and his eyes look close to almost a primal sense with rage behind it as well. And there's probably drops of blood on his face, and his hair is very matted, like messed up, but it's long. It's longer than it normally is, but it looks very underkept. And it looks like he hasn't slept at all, but but it doesn't feel like it's restful.
What does Jeremina look like?
I think Jeremina's look is very militant. I think she has her long hair, but it's like pulled back into a tight braid or bun. Something very professional. No makeup, and her face is, I think, significantly different. Um, a more alien, otherworldly look. Like her proportions are just like weird. And I think she's in just like full on like armor and a tabard with the hellish, the infernal, the symbol of the fallen Zariel. Um, and I think she looks healthier. Her face is a little bit fuller. She's just a little bit more muscular. Um, and has on like natural amounts of makeup. I think you guys have seen Jeremina without makeup and know what makeup looks like on her, and it's like very natural.
Mhm.
Very
Mhm.
pleasant expression, and that's about it.
You said pleasant expression?
Yeah.
Hmm.
No.
Interesting.
Hmm. Well, 2 out of the 3 of you look a mess.
Too pretty to look at either.
Oh.
Marty, can I say something that's gonna hurt your feelings?
Sure.
I don't know which one of you is supposed to be the horrible version.
Well, as
Marty,
opposed to her idyllic version, herself now, like,
Like I know the idyllic version, but I'll be honest, it's kind of also hard to tell. But I mean, I don't.
Mhm.
You don't look that different. And I mean,
Well,
Lynn's covered in blood.
mm,
Siobhan looks fucked up. You just kind of,
you look sick.
yeah. Mostly look like you're a little bit on a binge.
well, Marty just shrugs. I
You're not two steps from the devil or anything, Brett. Have you been like putting on a front to us?
Mar- Marty
Speaking
makes
of,
that like white person like face with like the tight. Yeah, it's just like of like,
Fish got it in
and
spades.
she just like turns away. It's like, let's continue.
Speaking of 2 steps from the devil, have you taken a look at yourself?
I try not to. I mean, I'm not gonna look at myself.
No, you look good.
Say that again. I might just blush. Let me see this shit. Let me get out my good mirror.
Two different sizes of mirror, but you didn't remind me to bring water.
Why would I remind you to bring your own shit?
Because it
Also, I've
wasn't
got
just
4 different types of mirrors. I got one to zoom in real close for my eyebrows. I got another that don't zoom out and it like looks really far so that I can look at my face. Then I got my pocket walk, my little compact, and then I got this one for looking at myself. Damn, I do look good. I didn't know that hairstyle would work for me. Oh, shit, that looks cool. Fuck, I look good.
Mm.
My eyebrows are look like tattooed on. I really don't like that. Olin, you look like
Well, then you look absolutely
I am so
ghastly.
glad that I'll be honest. Didn't think it could get worse for you. So I'm glad to see that it can.
Thank you.
I would agree with Marty and say that we should probably leave the
Yeah, we should
premises
probably
of this
keep going.
particular.
God,
Yeah, that's
this is making me nauseous.
Can I add one more thing I just realized? Olin's skin would almost be the same as Strahd with like the paleness, right?
Oh shit.
For the most part. Okay, he would have 2 vampire fangs.
Uh,
That would be the drop. He would lose the fight. That would be the drop.
oh shit, he vamping.
That would be the lowest part of Olin, is he just becomes what he's been
This is
fighting.
the skin of a killer, Bella.
No.
I hate you.
Ben.
Hold on. There we
Yes,
go.
bro, yes.
Before we leave the light, I think Jermina, looking at Olin, will just kind of like grab his face, bring it down to hers, and then kind of like pull up his lips and go, "Oop." Like she's like manhandling his face.
Knocks her hand away.
You
What was that for?
don't
You have
fucking
fangs.
steal my fangs. Alright, I'm
What-
the bitch that's got the little canines in here.
Olin, you see Olin push his teeth, his tongue into his fangs. Does it, like, it's an illusion, so technically, like, the fang goes
you
through the
wouldn't-
tongue.
Yeah, you wouldn't feel them.
Okay, so basically it just looks like the fang goes through the tongue. I don't have fangs. What do you mean?
Don't fucking do that. Your hands are covered in blood. Dumbass, you're gonna get like infections.
What are
Psychic
you talking
infections.
about?
You have
Real
fangs. You look
Jeremiah.
really
I'll-
pale. You have fangs.
Olin takes a step behind the wall, so he's not in the light, and obviously I would assume it starts fluttering through everything again. I don't see.
Well, obviously, because you're out of the illusion. Whatever. Let's keep going.
All right. Which direction do we want to go?
What direction do we want to go? I don't know.
Let's see here. I don't think there's.
About go
nope.
right.
There's a hole.
All right, let's keep going. Wait, did you? Well, oh, there's more. Oh my god.
Are you okay, Jeremina?
No, I'm adding. I thought Baphomet would like a little encouragement. The maze is very nice so far.
I do.
Jesus.
It's good. Yes.
So
Welcome.
of course he'll fucking take compliments, but he won't give me one.
We're at a crossroads, at a triple crossroads, actually. So
So as you guys were traveling through the space that you traveled through, you did see two separate like blue lights transversing through the warbling walls. If you poke yourselves back down, yep, there's one there and one there. So you guys can kind of get a sense of where they are at.
hmm
Let's take the one that's on this side.
on the left, yeah.
Yeah.
Wee. Oh,
What do we look
Okay.
like in this one, Jason?
Give me a second. I'm gonna move you guys. 3. Good.
If it's the bad one, I'm moving my hair back.
oh God.
Yes. So, as you all step into the blue light, the veil breaks. And
Oh.
you all show your idyllic versions of yourself. And as the white light cracks open and you see the vision, the first thing you see is that heroic, angelic presence that had landed and that the flame had erupted from their sword. You see them walking away from the creature that had been terrorizing the town. You see it in the background, dismantled very effectively, very efficiently. And as that happens, there is a thwomp, a sound where the something is slapping the earth, and the vision sort of pans around the celestial, and you see this large hulking, angry, hyena looking individual bearing a flail. And it is gargantuan, it is large. And she measures it through her blindfold, and the melee begins. They begin slashing and hacking at each other, tossing each other to and fro. And the it becomes very clear that the celestial rolls this beast over, and as she is about to bring her sword down, she looks up and sees the fact that there is a portal, unstable, and it is likely the portal that these creatures have come through. Um, and she picks up the creature and pushes it off and begins doing her best to deflect its attacks and push it towards the opening. And as this happens, a group of celestials begins to coalesce behind her. Celestials being given form for the purpose of repelling this attack. As you pan to the left and right, as you're watching this melee towards the portal happen, you see sort of these celestial warriors just picking up the scraps, making sure that um, this particular demon lord's nonsense will be done from this civilization. And at that point, Zariel will sort of raise up, block a blow, and push the creature that she is fighting into hell. Let me check to see what other information I have to give you guys. Okay. And as she does that push, boom, pushing the demon lord in, you see sort of a wave of those celestials. The second, the second that larger sort of hyena like visage gets pushed back into the portal, it crosses the precipice, and then there's a wave. Those celestial summons, those other warriors begin overriding the individuals at play there, begin casting them down, cutting them down, and coalescing behind Zariel after the push. And she pushes that creature through the portal, and then they all fall in behind. And then the vision breaks.
Detecting patterns. I'm feeling patterns. Everyone else feeling the patterns?
What our fancy forms happen when it's cereal. Excuse me.
Insidious. Wait, well, let's see.
Insidious happens when it's post the Zariel fall.
But then we look normal when it's
Well, we look normal when she shifted.
when it got turned. So,
Yes.
so it was a clear trend. But this is good. We can figure out.
The order.
Yeah, precisely. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, let's.
So, I think that the first orb that we saw was the first situation. It goes
Well, we
so
haven't.
far at least.
Well,
I
let's.
think 3 then 2.
yeah, let's put a pin in it, and then let's see what else is going on before we start ordering things.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Oh Jesus!
If you
Affect.
if you guys were seeking out the other blue spot that was clipping through
It's
the
in the other
walls,
direction.
yeah. You
Oh, we
guys would
got
have
a
to.
backtrack. We
We
got
got a fucking backtrack. We do, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh great!
My
Thank
bad.
you.
Good.
Okay, so as you approach this one, you step into the blue light. And as you do so, you all take on your more insidious and infernal visages.
And that's why we. Oh, fuck, it's this one. God, fucking. Fuck. What are we? In hell? But,
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you're in a mind space that exists between the planes.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, she like points to the ceiling. I was like, yeah, I think Baphomet's around this one.
She gets it.
why don't you get married to Baphomet then? Wow, dead silence from Baphomet. Fuck.
You all step into the blue light. The insidious veils envelop you. The white light cracks open, and you see some footage. And in that footage, you see the individual, that sort of semi celestial being that had fled with Zariel's sword across the plains of Avernus, gripping the sword and struggling. They are having a hard time. They are dying. You can tell that without much intervention, they are going to die. And then a familiar voice calls out, "Hey, what do you got there?" And the figure sort of rolls over and like wipes the Avernian crust from their eyes, and you see Lulu, but Lulu is large. Lulu is a full grown elephant, a form similar to the mammoth that was seen on the battlefield with Zariel in one of the other images. And the figure speaks and says, I have this sort of Zariel. And this more angelic, more idyllic version of Lulu says, "Nice. That's why I'm here. We should entomb that. It's why I'm here." And the individual holding the sword looks wild and says, "It's okay. They sent me. It's why I'm here." And you can see this put the figure at ease a little bit. And Lulu says, "I have a ritual. We can fix it." And you see the figure become endeared to Lulu, as many do, and they walk off into the Avernian wastes.
With Lulu?
Yes. And there's another one of those sort of like, now we're back from commercial break. And there has been a change, and Lulu says, "Plant the sword, plant the sword, it's okay." And the individual takes the sword, grips their hand around it, runs their hand down it, wetting the blade with blood, and plants it in the ground. And as that happens, you hear Lulu say, "Oh no." And from the spot where the sword was planted, the sort of camera, as it were, just sort of it it wigs out because something was thrown against it. And the white light closes.
So what happens when it's planted in the ground again?
Basically, there's a envelopment. There's sort of a blast of energy, and the quote quote camera you guys are watching from, just sort of turns away at that point. It's unclear as to what happens. It's just that there is a blast of energy.
Isn't that the little pink elephant that you guys are traveling around with? But
Elephant, but yeah.
Well, clearly not, because it's big. What the
that sounded just like her.
sure did? Is that why she can't remember things? Did she get exploded?
Well, that was a very distinct oh no.
Yeah, that was very distinct. I miss Lulu.
Well, she's just outside this wherever we are.
I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes.
Sounds
Everything's
good.
fine. I just have to step away for a second.
All good.
Nope. Do we want to take a break?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
All right, we will be right back.
Our idea for a metal band.
Yes, it's good. It's the best.
Yes. Welcome back to this thing that Watsy didn't really think was right, but I decided was. And we will pick up after the heroes just discovered the last bit of information in whatever this is. It's off to you.
So you're saying that she doesn't remember anything like this?
No, she's also no. She kind of well, I mean, she's very flawed. You know, she kind of we love Lulu. Um,
But
Perfect.
but she definitely
She's
uh,
sample.
got
a
a
bit
little bit of
scatterbrained.
stuff in her brains.
Some stuff in
Sure,
her
but
brain.
whatever you both just said, I'm sure was exactly what I was going for. Said I think exploded. That's not very good. All right, let's keep going. We still got more of this maze to crack open.
All right, give me just a moment, and I'll start shuffling us along. Oh wait, I'm being shuffled. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Shuffle, shuffle,
Right, back from backtracking to the rest of the
I
fucking maze.
hate this.
Okay, up or to the right.
Hey, let's do right. No, let's go left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're waking. This is
Goodness.
scary.
Why? This feels like the end of the maze.
All right.
Oh no.
What you all see before you
Fear.
is a large figure, a crystalline statue, as it were, that is shaped like a bull and a man. And he's sort of leaning against a stone carved I mean throne might be the right word, just a grand chair. And he appears to be asleep, scattered around at the base of his feet are some objects, some armor, swords.
So, crystalline statue of a minotaur that seems to be asleep.
Yep, pretty much.
Siobhan's gonna step in, see the statue, and just like hold her arm out.
Jeremy is going to kind of angle around and say, "Holy shit, he's tall."
Jeremina.
And she is going to say something in abyssal under her breath.
Oh my god.
Isn't here to ask what it is. So, um, looking over the stuff in front of the statue, is there anything that catches Jeremina's eye?
No, Jeremina, please.
Hmm.
I think we should go back into the maze and find the rest of little orb things before we head here.
Roll a Arcana check.
TLDR, Mark, we found a statue of Baphomet.
Nice. My dog decided it was a great time to start like fucking dry heaving.
Oh no.
Yeah, woke the entire house up.
10.
10. So you peer over the material that it has before it. I want to be fully clear on this. It's not like a giant treasure hoard or anything like that. It is very specifically a set of armor and a sword, and that is it.
So one set of armor, one sword.
Yep.
Does Marty, because she's seen the Grand Duke before, like she's from Baldur's Gate.
Sure.
Does his armor look familiar?
Roll a history check.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
6.
The armor looks familiar, but you can't place the sword.
This looks familiar. Marty will go and pick up the helmet and sort of like pick through them.
Make a
Like,
stealth check.
we'll walk under Shaban's arm to do so.
What, Margie? What the fuck are you doing?
No, it's one sec.
What?
She'll. Too late. She's already like picking through them.
Stealth check.
I'm not the fucking problem.
I swear to fuck. Siobhan's gonna scoot back on the backside of the wall here.
That'd be a 12.
Okay. As you manipulate this armor, you hear the large minotaur statue shift. There's a crackling as it sort of as you just meet the DC.
Marty will slowly back out.
But you now, having manipulated the armor, you can confirm you know this to be the armor of Duke Ulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Margie?
So, yeah, Marty is like slowly backing out, and she'll say, "Yeah, it has his crest on it. This is Duke Older Ravengard stuff."
Okay, so do we gotta? Oh my god, we kill the crystalline statue and we free the Duke.
Or that's him, and by doing that, we kill him.
I don't think.
I don't think the statue is him. I think the statue is trapping him.
Yeah.
Maybe we should probably continue on and see what we find.
Yes, Margie, we should continue on.
I think either way, the Duke is kind of dead, so I don't think we lose anything if we kill the statue.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, we are in hell, so if he dies, he's probably just gonna end up somewhere around here.
Also, the next time anyone pops slip at me for looking, I just want everyone to remember this. Okay? At least I telegraphed.
Sorry. I apologize.
Yes. You like my guardian.
Okay, so it is a guardian
Yeah.
and
so
not Alder Ravengard. Okay.
I do. I do like the Guardian.
Oh my goodness.
Are they like. Do those exist in real life?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a minotaur, so
I mean,
Do you know any? Do you know any?
oh, Keb.
well, I mean, okay, Jeremy, we've met one.
We have.
Yeah. I mean, he was probably dating. Oh, what was his name? The guard guy, the captain of the guard.
He was a Minotaur?
Yeah. What did you think he was?
I don't know.
Are you just now
Maybe
finding out
all
that,
this-
you know he's a.
Also, inside voices, please. 6-inch voices.
Okay,
Sorry.
6-inch voices. All right.
Oh, Jeremy, you come down here. Marty will do like the karate chop anime bonk.
Ow! What was that for? She just said 6-inch voices. Why are you gonna hit me?
Because I can't yell at you for being horny on Maine.
What does that mean?
I don't have. I'll
That
explain
seems
later.
very rude to me to say. I do have horns.
We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna keep walking.
Yeah, we're walking. We're
Gonna
walking.
keep walking. But I know we gotta go kill that dude to save old Ravenguard.
I really hope we don't, but probably.
Oh, I hope we do. I would. Doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, would you smash him, Jeremy? Would you smash him?
Anything to get his hands on me. That's all I'll say.
Die.
He a sleepy lad.
He a sleepy boy.
Let me make him
Alright, let's
visible
keep going.
now since we're.
Are we allowed to move?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, you are.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Careful shuffling.
I'm gonna shuffle too close.
Okay, no, nothing down here.
Ooh. Where y'all at? Oh, okay. Good. Let me refocus. I think you guys would probably be able to see some blue light coming off the chamber just behind you.
That's gonna be so weird.
Alright. Why is it on some stairs?
Because I lifted a map from the internet.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh goodness. So, you all step into the blue light, and as you do so, you note that your visages shift between what is the normal you and the more insidious you. And as that happens, you see a melee begin. A portal rippling behind Zariel, having pushed Yinagu, having pushed this terrible demon back into hell in this particular instance. And uh, check my okay specific details. Sorry.
No, how dare.
And as you see this erupt, there's sort of a fight, a struggle that turns into something that would be familiar to you all. Given now that you have seen Zariel's fall, have you seen Zariel pull a weapon out of the flames of Avernus? There is a strange weakness to her. After stepping through the portal, she gets battered.
Oh, so she went through the portal with Yinagu.
Yeah. She like shoved him back and then stepped through. And after stepping through, began to immediately take a beating. And as she was taking that beating, as she was struggling, doing her best to push back that power, you see Yinagu take his flail, whip it at her, and it wraps around one of her arms, and he just instinctually grabs the other side and snaps it. And you see the hand holding the sword fly off somewhere. And then the colored orb locks back.
Okay, okay, okay. So okay. So we're starting to get some clear
Mhm.
follow-ins.
Okay, that does out of character. That also makes that makes the second orb make more sense because it wasn't specified. I don't remember it being specified whether or not she was on land or in hell.
Wait,
Mhm.
if we find out when that abyssal invasion happened, we can confidently mortality date Zario's fall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, people had a pretty good idea about it, but I mean that's scary.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Please hold while I click back on Foundry. Thank you. All
Let's
right.
go upwards real quick, see if that's a dead end.
Oh nope.
Okay. Oh, it's not a dead
See
end.
some blue light emanating from that
Mm.
area.
Beep.
All right. And as you approach that blue light, let's pull up my sheet. Oh, oh, it's
Do
this
we
one.
have any commentary from Baphomet on our way over?
Oh.
No, no. Baphomet doesn't comment unless Baphomet is prompted or feels the need to comment. Sam, did you have something? You said,
Oh no, I had a thought
"Oh,
about why he took off his armor. That's all.
oh, okay." Um,
Oh wait,
so,
did Yunaga take off his armor or?
No, 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 no. Older Raven Guard.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Um, so, um, you all approach this one as you step through the blue light. You all exhibit the insidious, sort of more villainous takes on your particular characters. And as you do so, the white light cracks open. And as it does so, you see a vision of a person that would be familiar to all of you,
Is it the
including,
one, the only, the Thabius?
you know what? Take an inspiration.
Fuck
It
yeah.
it is indeed. I was about to add a clarifying point that it would also make sense to you, Siobhan, given your status as a Hell Rider. Um, of Fabius Krieg sitting at a desk, and um, he is bargaining. He's speaking to a room, asking for particular things, and having a one-sided conversation. And at a certain point, he says, "I understand that this is a two-way deal. I know that it will one day come to roost. And as he says that, there is another voice. And it will say, well, it's the very least that Elturel could do given what happened with the charge. And Fabius would say, uh, yes, and we intend to make good on that. And as he says that, and as he draws his finger across the parchment laid in front of him, there is a blinding white light. And for all of you, camera pans through a window, and there's a large opalescent orb floating over the settlement that is Elturel.
Interesting.
So he said, yes, we intend to make good on that.
Yep.
Bother.
I don't understand why Thaddeus Krieg would make a deal like this. Like, what was his motivation? Just power?
Well, if he was beholden to Zariel, it could be that it was part of, you know,
Getting with the
when people
boss?
feels like, no, he got something out of it by helping Zariel because of his fealty towards her. Whatever that might be.
Maybe, I guess.
Really quick, he ran his finger over a parchment and then the companion appeared.
Yeah. Yeah. Based on what you saw, you would guess it was a signature or some form of agreement.
Blood magic.
Yeah.
Well, it was something about the charge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a pin in this. Yeah, I wish Silkez was here. Silkez would know what this was all about.
Yeah, he would.
He would have already figured out the pattern and everything. I really miss Silkez.
Hey, Marty will come and sort of like pat Jeremy's back. That's alright. We're gonna see him soon, right? Once we get out of here.
Oh, look, I thought you said he was gonna be dead or something.
Marty gently patting Jeremy on his shoulder. Don't cry. Silka's in 30 minutes, okay?
Don't worry, Jeremy. Like, he's probably dead anyways.
That would be so fucked up if we were wandering around and then Silkez was there and he was like, "Well, we lost the fight." That
would be funny, I gotta admit.
You guys go to the river Styx and you just see him floating down the river and he's like, "Oh, hi guys."
Cheers.
He's like on one of those like fucking like floaties that's like shaped like a watermelon slice or something.
He's like on one of the swan floaties, just legs crossed, glass of wine in hand, like,
what's up? We lost, by the way, just so you know. Alright, peace.
It would be I mean, it would be great to see Silkez, but terrible because then I would have to like, I don't know, cannot
you'd
express.
have to process that.
No, I processed it years ago. like in my dream, like I knew, you no, I would immediately sell my soul. But then soul gets
Again?
Yeah, I was about
counter
to say.
shit. You are right. I did already do that. Fuck. I would sell. Doesn't matter. Um. Ooh, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Alright, so there was another way over here. Do you want to see what's at the end of this hallway?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's go.
Ah, shit, can't make it through the fucking door.
I c-
There we go. Oh,
Oh, oh, it's still going. Oh, this is
Oh, it's a
scary.
long one.
Oh, oh, it opens into another cavern.
oh, I'm gonna go a little bit quietly here.
Oh, let's turn around. I said turn around.
Well, you can at least see
I'm
what's
just,
in it.
yeah, I'm just peeking out. I'm not gonna go all the way out, but if I don't see anything, then I'm just gonna turn around.
Okay, okay, can we go now? I'm getting
Yes, we
it,
can go.
it is indeed just a large cavern.
and
There,
that's
there's nothing,
scary.
nothing to be worried about.
Why
There's
did
no
that work?
tall, quote unquote, hot minotaur out here.
I don't. He was mid.
It was
Is
the height,
he
wasn't it?
mid though? Is he mid?
Did I hurt Baphomet's feelings?
I think you did. Just a little
Yeah.
I thought he was mid.
It sounds like he
bit.
worked
Get
hard
towards
on
the
it.
center of the. I think we should go
I
right here.
shaped him from my very being. Carved him.
Oh no, not that right. The
Sorry.
one after that right.
This
Baphomet.
one, this fucking wall, I tell you.
Mhm.
Do you need
Yeah.
me to move you?
I got it.
Oh,
No Baphomet, I can move. We can move on our own, thank you.
No,
Okay.
that.
Oh, I don't want to go. Can we? Go
there was a blue light from a chamber.
We already went to that one though, right?
Did you guys?
The one by the stairs.
The one with the
Yeah.
stairwell.
Yeah. Oh, the stairs. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's complete
Let me
the
double
circle.
check.
You know it's killing me watching you guys do this fucking maze, and I'm just like, I can't like say anything because I'm watching where you guys are going.
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, you're good. It's just funny to watch them go through, and I'm just like.
Jason, I feel like you need to know, whenever Baphomet says anything, in my notes, I'm, writing it down in a VSCO type of cadence.
That's fair. That's fair.
Good.
Yeah, no. The fact that he only has bullshit to add is plot. So
Let's go this
Uh,
way.
do it that way, you will.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go that way. I'm sure it's a dead end, but I like to keep my things clear.
Her steps in.
Okay, can you just go a little more?
I'm trying.
He really is a middle-aged.
Alright, let me
mom,
drag.
trying to get her steps in.
There we go.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's go this way. Let's complete the circle.
I thought. I guess we can. I don't think there's a reason
I'm-
to.
To fucking scream is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna backtrack all the way.
Yeah, I want to complete the circle. Okay, and then we take this little turn here. Yeah.
Computer, please, 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 I'm begging you.
Want one of us to take over doing that?
No, I'm good.
You're having fun.
Yes.
If there's nothing here,
Oh, hey.
Oh, there certainly is. Okay, let me pull up my document on that. That is bot number. I'm moving you. Whoop.
Oh.
Rather. On. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one.
A worm.
Um, whoops. I think I might have doubled myself up. Uh,
Just go through them and say which
nope.
ones you've already heard.
So. Holy hell. All right. As the white light opens, you see a very red vision, a opening of it is a scope on the battlefield that is Avernus. And as you look down on it, it is bleak. And all things are bleak. And then the vision skips. And it focuses on Lulu. Specifically, Lulu, as you know her now, sitting, just existing in a blackened void. Laying in a small space, just sort of curled up on herself like a cat or dog would. And then there's a voice that says, "We need you." And Lulu perks up. And the vision fades out.
Ooh. Huh. I
Maybe
just had a thought.
Lulu.
Do you think Lulu is an aspect of Zariel? Because all the other memories we've seen have been of Zariel, except for the ones with Lulu.
No, I think it's
I
because of the
think
sword.
I was gonna say Lulu is central to the story concerning Zariel's sword, but maybe not an aspect of Zariel herself. Maybe a friend.
Because I'll be honest, I don't know what aspect Azariel Lulu could be representing.
Like the innocence that was lost. Like her celestial bit that was
Well,
cut off, so to speak.
that wouldn't make sense because she was sent to help entomb the sword.
Maybe. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Well, I also don't know if Zariel has any innocence, because she was pretty adept at killing people.
So she wore a blindfold. She clearly was blind to something, which that's a little. I don't know.
Metaphors.
It feels like some symbolism in there. Maybe I'm over. I'm over. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's overthinking. I think it's, I don't know. I also don't know. Good thought. It's a good thought.
Sure. Thank you, Jeremina.
uh, DM.
Yes.
Can you move us back to? Let me put where the back to there. Moves back. I wish I could fucking. Thank yous.
Ooh, we're gonna go deeper into the little circle. This is kind of fun. Going into a maze.
Oh, that's a dead end.
And it's a fucking dead end. Now we have gotta go all the way over here. Or maybe here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think over here, more likely.
As we're walking, do we feel fatigue?
No, actually, quite the opposite. Moving through this is effortless to you. Um, you kind of feel like you're floating.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! It's another dead end. We might have to go back to the beginning.
Okay, so we do gotta go
Over to
right
here, I
here.
guess, probably.
Over
DM
here.
help.
Yeah. I would say maybe over here first, because that's like kind of on the way.
All right, where am I dropping you guys?
Right over here, where Fish and I's things are.
Yeah.
Boop.
Thank you, thank you. Oh my
Shit.
god, an orb.
As you
Ooh.
close in, having backtracked very heavily to get to this point, um, you close in on this particular sphere, step into its blue light, and since I know everybody is interested,
Oh wait, we didn't get an orb 9 lookout.
There was an orb 9.
No, I
No.
mean
What did he look like?
Lulu.
I
Oh.
assume Insidious on the last orb.
yes. Um, yeah. What's the? All right. As the white orb opens up, everybody is looking very insidious. Um, and what the vision shows is Lulu wandering through existence, basically, confused and upset. She is unaware of her surroundings, unaware of what is going on. Um, she is as endearing as she ever was, but she is going up to people saying, "Oh, I don't. Can you help me? I don't know. Oh, I'm so confused." Um, it is clear that she isn't quite right. There is a very distinct difference between how she is presenting here and how she was presenting when she was speaking with the person that was holding the sword that had been stripped off of Zariel's hand.
Is
Hmm.
this hell, top world?
Um,
It's the sky blue.
Actually, that is a very good question. Hold on. Um, you all look up at the sky, and much in the way that your faces and your personas are shifting in this space, um, the sky and the where this is happening is clearly happening over multiple planes.
Hmm. like just like layered version of her just going up to people over and over and over again, not getting an answer.
Yep.
This is just depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I am going back and I'm hugging her. I'm never letting her out of our sight again. No more messenger missions.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just not. They're just ignoring her.
Yeah.
And they're being so mean. And she's just a little elephant. Yeah. She's just a
Yeah.
Poor thing.
little. She's just so nice.
Does she
Yeah,
meet Traxagor in this vision, or does it just end with her being lost and confused?
Her being lost and confused.
I mean,
um,
and their
what's like
outfits are
Zariel's
so.
hand?
What?
What if like Lulu is like Zariel's hand? Like her hand's like made like manifest into like its own like little angel thingy?
I'm pretty sure Lulu's just like a little elephant.
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
probably.
she's just a little elephant.
Mm.
A little elephant who's lost and
Why
confused.
why would Zariel's hand become a giant elephant?
I don't know.
I think the key thing too that I need to remember is that she was sent, so somebody put her
Yeah.
there.
Someone did this to Lulu.
Someone did do this to Lulu.
Someone did this
Mhm.
to Lulu, and they're gonna. I'm gonna use fucking answers. Okay, let's get going.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Shit out of them.
Jermina having a category 5 mom moment.
Hey, okay, so when we get to the last orb, can we not walk into it? Because I'm scared that we're gonna go to the last orb, and then we're gonna get pulled out of this mindscape, and then we're not gonna be able to attack the thing.
Yeah.
Can we not go to the last orb, then double back, kill the statue free, Raven Older Guard, and then come back?
So,
Yeah,
do
like
you
that.
want to just get to the point where we see whether or not there's an orb and then turn around and go back, or do you want to turn around and go back now?
Let's see, and then go back.
Yeah. I think that's a smart idea.
It's okay, Mina.
But she was just so small, and they weren't helping her.
What the hell?
All right. So,
Oh,
as you all round the corner and look upon the central
good night,
facet.
Dad.
Night, Dad.
Night, Dad.
Oh, night, Dad. Night, Dad.
Right before your grand.
Yeah, yeah.
Parents
Just ruining my fucking narration. Could we not? Um.
Terrible.
So, what you see as you round the corner is a floating bulb of energy. And inside that floating bulb of energy, you see a semi shifting version of Duke Older Ravengard. Now able to see his face, he's got a strong nose, no hair, and is just kind of floating in this bauble that has presumably been created by whatever specter has interrupted what he intended to be a high ritual to Torm. And this clearly isn't it.
So he's trapped in like in his own floating orb?
It's like an energy bubble. So like
Hmm.
you can see him very clearly, but surrounding him is a thing that that has potential energy.
Hmm.
Oh, so we don't gotta go. We just gotta break the little bubble that he's
But what
in.
if we break it and his soul escapes?
Well, that's what we want. We want his soul to escape.
I mean to the wrong place, as in it just he does just straight up die.
Well, that's definitely better than being tortured for infinity. Like I would prefer they have to resurrect him than have to deal with older Ravengard being just in a state of perpetual mind torture. Because he can get resurrected.
Uh Siobhan's gonna has hazard a call and go, Older, can you hear us?
Well, Grand Duke, put respect on his name. At least say sir. Don't first name him. Jesus. I mean, fuck. Fuck.
There is no
Commander.
response.
Sir Older?
No response.
Oh, okay. I thought he was being a prick, but no. Okay, so you
Uh,
just straight up can't hear us.
Baphomet, what will happen if we burst his bubble?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
What?
beans.
Why the hell is Baphomet? I don't actually know what his deal. Why is he gonna tell you the truth?
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Right, because you can tell when Baphomet is lying.
19.
There will be a response from the ether, which will say,
Who knows? Who
Fair enough.
knows?
Yeah. Stupid questions, all of you.
at which point, after Baphomet says that, there is a striking, a struggling fight in the atmosphere around you all. And you hear a soothing voice which says, just do it. Get to him.
Marty will step up.
Yeah, Jermina's quick on Marty's heel. Just reach out, take his hand.
Yeah. Marty will reach towards the bubble.
Okay.
Duke Ravengard. You shouldn't be in here. Let's get going. And she'll like try to like reach through the bubble.
Okay. You do so. You pierce the bubble with your hand, and what do you do next?
I grab his hand.
As you do so, you all feel that white flash of light burst in your vision again. And as you do so, you're all laid across the floor that is the area in the Grand Cemetery where the Duke was engaging in the ritual. You are all back to Avernus, for better or for worse.
Marty
And
will immediately try to take the helmet off of him.
it slips off.
Um, also, just to reference where Duke Older Ravengard is,
Yep.
Jermina's like car seating him. Like Jermina is holding him right now.
Fair enough. The helmet
Okay.
comes off.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, he immediately lifts a hand to his face, clearly having a headache or something of the like.
Duke, Duke Older?
Really? How come?
Is that?
Ugh.
Are you alive?
Uh, yes.
What fucking
Thank you.
stupid idea was it to do the ritual when I sent you a message saying don't do it? Do you know why I said don't do it? Because this exact thing would happen. I cannot. The audacity. The audacity.
I did the ritual because everyone here is damned. We can get them out, but it doesn't change the fate of their souls. We have.
You are so funny for doing a ritual. Jermia will distance herself from him and like look him head on and say, "So you thought that opening a communications in hell, the place where communications get
Fucked with.
back? Yeah, Siobhan, you got my back. You are so stupid."
The the helm of Torm's sight is the ability to speak directly with Torm.
Which clearly didn't work.
It clearly didn't, but I've never been in another plane.
So
I
you
was doing what I thought was best.
You,
I'm Mr. Duke Ravengard.
Yes.
Can you walk?
He will lift himself and say, I suppose so.
Great. My name is Martha Toronik. This is Jeremy McKennis. This is Olin, last name, and Shaban.
You know me. Generally.
Yes, we've met. It was very brief. What brings you all here?
saving your ass
Aside from
And
that,
Baldur's Gate.
twice.
Not Baldur's Gate. El Terrell.
Baldur's Gate to get everybody out of
Yeah,
Elturel.
you want to know what's happened in your absence, by the way?
could have been much.
Cultists tried to take over.
I do like to imagine that that was Alder Ravengard taking
I was like,
oh god. Like holding the microphone away from his hand.
can you
Has
believe?
the van
Apparently, Duke Van
Thumper-
Thumper.
yeah,
that one?
tried to take over the place and do what Thavius, by the way, Thavius Krieg damned El Terrell. El Terrell was sold to Zariel, and you're so welcome for saving your city.
So your wife misses you, or to be
Fiance,
fiance.
you
Oh.
better go back to her and treat her right. Lady Silver Shield is the best thing in your life right now.
I don't necessarily think that is. Actually, she's sort of leaned into some unsavory things right before I departed, but that's not necessarily important.
Gonna be a
No.
yikes from me, dog.
Mina, Siobhan's gonna lean over and say, "Normally it takes him about, and I have never heard him put his foot in his mouth so many times in the course of less than 5 minutes."
Do you know how hot Lady Silver Shield is? Now, I want to be so clear. Lady Silver Shield is the nicest person. She's a great woman.
Can anyone is she very quiet to everyone else?
Who?
Fish.
No,
Yeah.
No, you have to turn her up a little bit.
Okay.
I have her at like 157%.
Okay. Because she was just quieter than usual for some reason. It's okay. Let's move on.
When it killed us too.
Oh, he looks around.
Oh, now he's looking around.
We should. get back to the keep. Wasn't what I was expecting, but we will have to shore up the defenses of High Hall, certainly. Um, mm,
Oh, speaking of, while you were out, Infernal War Machine almost got into the keep.
Yeah, but we stopped it. Well, Marty did. So Marty is now your hero. Say thank you to Marty.
Thank you, Marty. Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Extend a hand.
Lady Marty. Put respect on her name.
Sure.
You don't.
No, come on,
Anyways. Oh, EV3's back. Cool. Let's get going.
Meow.
I was so lost without you.
Oh, and this is EV3. Actually, you've probably seen it around Baldur's Gate. Anyways,
Lulu.
Oh,
Lulu,
hey,
my star,
I'm here.
my beautiful baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Squeaky toy
happen to
noise.
also see all those. Squeaky.
All right, let's get going. Oh, by the way, Duke Raven Olderguard, we have your ticket out of here.
I like how the waypoint has just been renamed to get out of here.
What do you mean?
The reason why we asked you not to do the ritual was because we have something that can help everyone get out of here.
Marty, would you like to divulge what's up?
We brought a waypoint from Candlekeep that will help guide them to us so we can evacuate civilians.
And
That
you.
that's fantastic, but I need to be clear that I understand that. I understood that. And that's why I did go forward with the ritual. I want to understand how I can free these souls that are tied to Avernus.
Then it would be better to do so on the material plane where you might have a better connection to Torm. And at the
And-
very least, the civilians are not going to be in the middle of hell.
Yeah.
That should have been key from the beginning. Getting the
Let's
civilians out of what is essentially a war zone.
I
I
understand what you were trying to do. Duke Ravengard.
I
Let's walk and talk.
yes, let's. It is just a concern of mine that a extended exposure of the soul to the hells would lead to some form of bondage, binding. I wanted to make sure that that, that everyone was clear. Uh, and
Of course. I understand.
yeah, I feel as though it doesn't change when
No,
if you are all able to get the physical beings of our people out the hells, it's fantastic. But
After they're out, then we can start.
there are so many individuals that it just seems as though they're bound here. And
well, my lord, I think getting them out of hell will help extend their lives long enough to figure out
And if
how
there's
to
some
save
who
them for the rest of it.
and if there's some who can't leave, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Mhm.
sounds good. All right. Um, let's get back.
We walk in.
You will?
Cool. Fantastic. You all make it back to High Hall. And as you do so, Olin,
Nah.
how is your head feeling?
What the fuck?
Well, he can't get out of a mind maze unscathed, I suppose.
Well, we're still exhausted normally, right?
Yes. If you were suffering from exhaustion, you are still suffering from
Okay.
exhaustion.
Let me
Yeah.
fix my thing. Owen's mind's still reeling just from the fact of what he saw of his quote unquote best and worst, because the one thing that was constant was a wedding band. He
Mhm.
understands the concept of it from Jacques, but he doesn't understand why the best and worst of him have it, but he doesn't. So he's very much in his own head. Unless you're trying to look for a specific answer of why his head hurts, and I can give you.
No, that's fantastic. Um,
Oh God.
as the doors to High Hall open, um, you are struck with a unexpected and unwelcome headache, and that unexpected headache is coupled with not only the feelings you've just described, but also flashes of the same kaleidoscopic glass that you've seen in your dreams recently. The same kaleidoscopic.
Fuck. The same girl, like the same girl, or is it a different vision?
No, it's
Oh,
the
I remember. I know the thing.
it's the graphic that I clobbered together. Where at the middle you see a clock in its hands, and you hear the ticking. And as you do so, you see the full kaleidoscopic effect of that graphic. And your brain hurts a little bit.
Uh, when everybody walks through High Hall, Olin's going, since he's already in the back, Olin's going to instantly veer off and find like a place that's quiet in the building, and just like basically start rubbing his temple. But he's, yeah, that's what he does.
Duke Ravengard, you get yourself familiar? I gotta go. We gotta go check on our little guy.
I'm
That's
taller than
fine.
you. I just remembered.
Thank you.
Um, Jeremy
So-
will, I think, just walks towards Olin, and it's not like out of arrogance. She just like assumes that the party will follow her. Like, this is our guy.
Mm-hmm.
So is the ticking like almost loud, or is it just like what is this, a metronome kind of tick where it's just loud enough where it can be heard?
Yeah, it's very metronome like. It has a rhythm
Yeah.
to it.
But is it like taking over his mind, or is it like the
No, it's very much in the background.
okay, but his mind is feeling it.
Yep.
He'll find, probably, I'm assuming, a storage closet or something, someplace far away from the main hall, and basically just lean against it, and he's basically like rubbing his temple really hard, thinking it's just lack of sleep or something.
Olin?
Da. His eyes won't open that well because of this pain.
Baby, are you okay?
Uh, I think so. I'm just tired. It's been a very long day. I don't know.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Okay, Olin, dude. I'm. Is the light hurting you, baby?
A little
Are
bit. It's. I don't know. I've been. Uh, my head is pounding like a ticking clock.
okay?
Where did I see that again, Jason?
In your dreams.
That's right.
Okay, baby. Baby, do you
Alright.
want to leave you alone?
I don't. It's fine. I just.
Well, we should probably get you somewhere where you all can actually take a proper rest.
Yeah, let's. Come on, baby. Let's go. I think Jermine is going to take one of her like cloaks out of the bag and like stand up on her tippy toes and like throw it over Olin's head, then drop down and just kind of shade him like that.
You realize I do have my own.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
but
sorry. You realize I do have my own, right?
yeah, but I don't want you to have to flip it over yourself like that. You look ridiculous.
It's fine. Owen's
Come
gonna
on,
like
baby.
push it off his head to the side. Let me let me write something down real quick, and then I'll go to sleep. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Owen will sit down, grab one of his book, grab. I have no doubt I have some kind of parchment on me, and he'll start crudely drawing that same sketch. Obviously not in color, but he'll draw the same sketch that's in campaign stuff, just as a memory. Hoping it goes away. That's the only thing he can think of.
This is fucked up.
You muted.
Yeah, I might have been muted, but I didn't say anything. It was just me shrugging, being like, "I'm sorry. This is just what I do." Okay. Um, is there anything else before we close out?
Nope.
No?
All right.
Owen's gonna take
Nope.
the full time, by the way. He's not gonna
Actually, you know
trans.
what? Let's fucking get into it. Siobhan's gonna walk with the group and she's going to just outright ask, so I heard you guys mentioning a couple of like people that you'd want to meet with when you go back. What are you guys going to do once you get back to the material plane?
Um,
I'm assuming this was before we got there? Or when is this?
While we're just chilling in the pew while Olin
Oh.
is drawing.
Owen's just gonna say, hopefully remember. And then it goes back to drawing.
yeah, Olin's got a memory thing. I forgot if we got you up to date on that. He's not.
Uh
I don't remember. There you go.
He don't remember shit. He's from like a different plane.
okay, so his whole he wants to go back and hopefully remember.
Yeah. Um. Well, I got business that I have to attend to here. Um. So when we go, I'm just gonna be.
Handling that business, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna Are any of you intending to meet up with this Silkaz person?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, like we have to at least say
Yeah.
hi, but
Yeah.
again,
That's
like
my.
see Wolfren.
Yeah. I got my little boy and
Oh, you have a
Silk.
son?
Yep.
Oh yeah, turn me as a certified MILF.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a card carrying meal. Thank you, Marty.
Like as they're talking, Marty's like I am imagining like she is like just sort of like crawled up onto the pew next to the three of them and is like has her head like in like Olin's lap and just like passing the fuck out like as they talk.
What about you, Marty? What are you going to do?
Uh, well, I want to figure out Olin's thing with him because y'all are my friends. And then I don't know. I kind of have the world in front of me for once, so just gonna do whatever I want. What about you?
Um, well,
You've got to save your soul.
yeah. If I can pass through the portal, I'm
And
gonna
get
let
their
my sister tell me
DD-214.
that little I told you so. She's gonna get
Yeah.
real rich off of that. I'm never gonna live this down.
What? Why? Why would she say I told you so?
She told me that I shouldn't have taken the creed because it was a bad idea. Anything that sounds binding is generally a bad idea in her eyes, and I thought it was innocent, but it wasn't.
This is kind of playing too close to me, okay? I know I signed the contract.
So your sister, what, wanted to warn you away from nationalism, and you ended up selling your soul?
I mean, who hasn't like done like the Pledge of Allegiance in school, or was that just like
They
a
said
Baldur's
I
Gate
would
thing?
travel the world.
No.
I only went to Wyoming.
No, Marty, I never did the Pledge of Allegiance. You know they talk about that in
Oh my god, let's not do this.
I mean in Luskin school they say that Thanes do that. So
Christ.
My god. I just got glared at because I was
Impressive
laughing
fact,
too
it was
loud.
like very creepy and probably had something to do with all this, and she'll like gesture at the Elturel around them. But I don't know, it was just like a thing you did
Said they'd
when you
pay
were a
for my
kid.
college.
But I didn't. I thought it was fine, mostly because I thought it would ultimately end in something good. She looks around. Suffice.
something good for Elturel and Zariel for sure. I'm
Like
sorry
she
about
knew.
Which, speaking of which, as you all are having this conversation over the body of Duke Elder Ravengard, you all having removed the helmet from him, he eventually stutters to life and is capable of conversation.
I thought we were back in the church at this point.
Yeah, we were sitting there while I was drawing.
Yeah, we
I
were back in
mean,
the church with older Ravengard.
Did he thing back
He-
on again?
Did he put it back on?
no, he certainly didn't.
Yeah, this was just the end conversation before we ended.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was also trying to close it out. So if we covered that, my bad.
We're good.
Carry on.
Hmm. You can tell us that we all take a nice long rest.
I was gonna put one more thing on
Another
Olin, and that was it.
But what were you gonna say, Jeremina?
I well I hope you can go through the portal.
I hope so too. But I'm not holding my breath for it.
Oh, then, buddy, I'm so sorry to be invasive. I promise that I've been trying not to. What are you drawing?
Olin,
Is-
finishing up, will show her the black and white version of the imaging campaign stuff. It is, what is flashing in my head.
Okay, well, I got thoughts.
The last thing Olin does is put one line around his, ring finger.
Buddy.
Um, Jeremina is going to reach into her bag and is going to kind of shuffle through it and she's going to pull out a plain wedding band and offer it to Olin.
It's okay.
No. Come on.
There is a reason I don't have it. I'm just hoping if I do this, it's not permanent, and hopefully it jogs a memory.
Right, so wearing one should jog your memory. Come on.
This will be fun, I promise. I'm not taking your wedding ring.
I'm not using it. Take it.
I think it's about like the sentimental thing, Jeremina. It's like, you know, he knows it's not his wedding ring.
Apparently, I had one. So. Or the best of me. It'll be fun. Hopefully, I'll remember.
I don't know. I've been through a divorce. I've been around people who got widowed.
Well, I guess only time will tell when what my memory says, huh?
Yeah. Well, good night.
Good night.
Yep, good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, that's what we're saying? Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good night.